Swords with the skeletons, swords with the zombies. Gotta make my mind up, which sword should I take? The wood one's good. Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Zach, and I am here bringing you another mod review. It's been a while since I made one, and I just thought I'd go all out with this one, bringing a really complicated mod, and also with my weird intro that I hope you don't judge me by. I just had fun. Anyways, this mod is called the More Swords mod, and as you can see in the intro again, there were more I cannot speak. There were more swords, just like the mod name. And excuse me, Mr. Creeper. Basically, what it does is it adds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think that's 14. 14 swords into the game. I might have miscounted, but I'm lazy. And they all have different attributes. Some of them have enchantments, and it's just a really fun time and an awesome mod if you want to have fun. So let's get right into it. First of all, we have the Blaze Sword, which has 2 hearts, or deals 2 hearts of damage, and has 400 uses. Here it is right here, and here's how you make it. You have to have a blaze rod, 2 gold, and 2 iron, and that makes it. This has an attribute. It's called Blaze 3, and not Blaze 3, it's just called Blaze. All of these attributes have level 1, 2, and 3, and they all basically do the same thing, except it may be for like a shorter or smaller damage or longer duration of time or whatever. But for Blaze, it just adds a little more damage. I can't really show that, but yeah, so that's what the Blaze Sword does. The Blood Sword deals 3 hearts of damage and has 1500 uses. Here's what it looks like, and you just craft it with 2 obsidian, 2 redstone, and a stick. And with the Blood Sword, you have Feast, and Feast is, or for level 3 Feast, you have a 20% chance that your sword will heal 20 hearts, and that is pretty freaking sexy. I didn't enchant it, I forgot to show it, but yeah, so that's pretty cool. There's a 20% chance when you're attacking, so basically 1 out of every 5 hits that you deal, your sword will go ahead and heal itself. So, you know, that's always a plus. So you'll basically get a lot of uses out of that freaking thing. So here we have the Bone Sword. It's a pretty lame sword. It's crafted with a plus out of bones. It has 1.5 hearts of damage and 200 uses. This is something if you're really desperate for a sword and just have some bones lying around. That's exactly how you do it. Next we have the Glass Sword, which looks like this. You just craft it with a stick and some glass, and boom, you got a glass sword. It does have an attribute, which really helps because it kind of sucks. And that attribute is called Shatter. Basically what Shatter does is it adds 0.5 hearts for each level, or for each hit, or whatever. So it's still pretty sucky. It's only 3 hearts of damage. But yeah, so that's the pretty sucky glass sword. So if you're desperate again, make that. Here's the Infinity Sword. Now we get into the pretty cool looking swords. The Infinity Sword looks like this, and it's crafted with a lot of iron, so you need a ton of iron for this. The 2 iron ingots, a stick in the bottom, and then 4 blocks. But it has 3.5 hearts of damage and 850 uses, so it's a pretty boss sword. It doesn't have any what did I just do? It doesn't have any enchantments, so I wouldn't say it's really worth it. Save your iron, use it on something else. So yeah, that's the Infinity Sword. I'll show what all the swords look like in your hand after this. So here we have the Lapis Sword. It looks like this. It's pretty sexy, and it's crafted with a stick and 2 lapis lazuli blocks. So if you have lapis left over from whatever the heck else you'd use lapis for, make that sword. And it comes with the enchantment Greed. And basically what Greed does is at level 1 it adds 10 more experience per kill. Level 2 is 20 more experience per kill, and level 3 is 30 more experience per kill. And this is actually a pretty cool tactic that you can use. You can craft the sword, and since it only deals 1.5 hearts of damage and only has 750 uses, what you can do is enchant it and keep that in your inventory, and whenever you're about to kill an enemy, you switch over to this sword, finish them off, and get that extra experience bonus, which is it's a pretty good strategy, and it'll help you earn experience to level up more swords. Here we have the Molten Edge. It looks like this, and it's crafted with 2 lava buckets and 2 obsidian and a stick, so it's fairly easy, I guess, if you have access to lava and obsidian. But it has 2 hearts and 300 uses, and it has no enchantments, so it sucks. It just looks cool, I guess. I highly wouldn't recommend this. So yeah, that's the Molten Edge. Here I have the Aqueous Sword. It's even worse. Instead of lava, it's with water. That's what it looks like. But however, it does have an enchantment, and that enchantment is called Ice Aura. And what Ice Aura does is at level 1 it inflicts 8 seconds of slowness. At level 2 it inflicts 16 seconds of slowness. And at level 3 it inflicts 32 seconds of slowness. So I guess it's pretty worth it if you're in like a PvP and you want to be tactical with it. But other than that enchantment, it only has 2 hearts and 300 uses, so I highly wouldn't recommend this either. Here we have the Master Sword. This is where it gets cool. The Master Sword has 3 hearts and 1,450 uses. That's what it looks like. It's like a little dagger, and it's crafted with a stick, 2 iron ingots, 2 diamonds, and 2 obsidian. So it's a medium level to craft. You just have to have diamonds on hand. And the cool thing about this is it has 2 different enchantments. One is Blessed, and with Blessed, basically it deals more damage. So there's nothing really that cool about it. But with Expedite, you can right click to move time. So let me just demonstrate that. So this is Expedite 3. At the different levels, it changes time at different paces. So obviously if you want to change more time quicker, you want to get level 3. So I'll just demonstrate it. I'll right click once, and look at that, time is skipping. Skippity doo dah, and it's nighttime. It does use up quite a bit of the durability though, so I wouldn't use that much, but I guess if you want to get through the night quickly, go ahead and whip out your Master Sword, and there you go. Let me set the time back to day, because I hate night. So that's that. Here we have the Dragonic Blade, and this looks really awesome. It has the red streak down the middle, and it's oh, why did I put that block of iron right there? That's ugly. It has even more iron required than the previous whatever other sword there was, and it has a diamond and redstone, but it does have 3.5 hearts of damage and 750 uses. It has no enchantments, so I guess you can do it if you want to look cool and you have a ton of iron left over, but it's not that good of a sword. Here we have the IN sword. This is a pretty awesome sword, and something that I can explain good. It has 4 hearts of damage and 1,750 uses. That use amount is going to come in handy because, well, this is the sword, and obviously it's expensive to make, and you don't really want to waste it, but that's what it looks like. And its enchantment is called Ender Pulse, and basically with Ender Pulse, at level 3, it uses 25 uses, and it can teleport you 60 blocks away. I don't know for the level 1 and 2, I didn't feel like doing that. But I'll just demonstrate level 3. You just gotta right click, or just click, what? Yeah, you gotta click on an item, or a place, sorry. Up to 60 blocks away, and it'll teleport you there, which is pretty freaking awesome. I'm not on game mode 0, so I can't really see the durability bar going down, but it goes down really fast, and I'd only recommend this if you have to get away from like a player or a mob that's about to kill you, and stuff like that. So that is a pretty awesome sword, despite its willingness to die easily. Alright, here we have the Aethers Guard. The freaking chest is turned sideways. It has 3.5 hearts of damage and 1,000 uses. Weather, stinking be clear. Not clear, clear. Here's what it looks like. It's a really awesome sword. I think it's one of the newest ones he made. It's a stick, 2 glowstone, 2 iron, 2 feathers, and 2 diamonds, so it's quite a bit of resources to make. I guess medium to hard difficulty to make. But it does have a really cool attribute. It's called Ascension, and basically what it does is with Ascension, it makes enemies fly up in the air and then drop that back down. So I'll show you that. With that freaking spider. You just got dominated. Oh man, I gotta go show you on the sheep real quick. It is freaking awesome. Hey sheep, ready? Fly! Oh. So yeah, that is actually really cool. There's not that much difference between the levels with its effects, but yeah, it's basically the Aethers Guard. I would recommend it actually. It doesn't use up extra uses when you do the enchantment, so it has a lot of damage and a lot of uses. Here we have the Witherbane, and this thing is freaking cool, except it's really hard to craft. It needs a nether star, which are like impossible to get, 2 obsidian, a glowstone, and a stick. It has 2.5 hearts of damage and 1,000 uses. But it also has an enchantment called Decay, which basically when you use it, it has the wither effect on a person. So at level 1 it has a 2-second wither effect, at level 2 it has a 4-second, and at level 3 it has a 16 seconds. And with the wither effect, the player can't see their hearts or how much health they have or anything. So it's a really good tactical sword. I wouldn't recommend taking this in the battle too much though, since you have the freaking nether star, but if you want to be tactical, go ahead. It's freaking awesome. Now the last sword I have to show for you today is the Adminium Arc. And the freaking Adminium Arc, there's a reason it's called Adminium. There's admin in there, which is basically meant for an admin sword, which can be added into servers through admins, because what it requires is 2 bedrock to make it, which you can't get bedrock other than mods or like in a server that allows it, or the admin gets it. But it is freaking insane. It has 0.5 times 99 hearts of damage, so it kills anything instantly, and it almost has infinite uses, but not quite. But I don't think you'll run out ever. So with the admin, that's the admin arc, and it also has enchantment. Even though you don't really freaking need it because you'll dominate either way. With stealth, you just basically turn invisible. With stealth 3, I think it's for 20 seconds or something, or longer than that. I don't know. I didn't bother because it's just impossible and just amazing. So I'm just gonna go and show you, or show how everything looks while holding it. Here's what the Blaze Sword looks like. It's pretty darn cool, I guess. Here's the Blood Sword. This one even looks cooler. It has the purple and red. Here's the Bone Sword. It's just a white sword. The Glass Sword is pretty cool. It's you can see through it, and that looks pretty darn sexy. Okay. The Infinity Sword. This looks even cooler. It has the little things coming off of it, and that's what it looks like. The Lapis Sword is even cooler. We're getting like down on the coolness scale. Here we have the Molten Edge, which is just an amazing, sexy sword. The Aqueous Sword, basically the same thing except blue. The Master Sword is its little short dagger. The Dragonic Sword, I really like that red streak down the middle, and it's pretty intimidating. The IN Sword, now this is, I already showed you this, but I just think that's the coolest thing ever. Come on, teleport me. Teleport! Teleport? Whatever. I don't know, it's not working. Whatever. Oh, because I didn't get the enchanted version. Okay, the Aethers Guard. I think this one looks actually really, really cool. It doesn't even really look like a sword, but that's what it looks like. The Witherbane is just a black sword, and the Adminium Arc, it looks like this. So that is the entire mod. It took me like 13 minutes to review everything. But I hope it's worth it. I think this mod is really cool. It's a great addition to your game, either single player if you want to add a challenge and different things to get to, or your server for PvP, which would add a ton of spice and a bunch of variety to the game. So this is definitely a mod to look into. As always, there's a link down in the description if you want to go download this. And be sure to enjoy it, download it once again because it's freaking awesome. And I hope you guys enjoyed this mod review. It took me like, how long did it take me? 4 hours to make everything? Whoa, that is pretty cool. Yeah, so like the video, that'll really help me out a lot. Share it, do whatever. And hope you guys enjoy your day, enjoy the mod, enjoy life. Bye. I win the gold medal in the fail Olympics. That is how good I am. It's like, first place for failing. Yeah!